Hi guys, how are you? I just want to see who's here. There are a few of you here already. Let's see who is here. Eva, Judy, Julian, Shiggy. Um, Welcome. Hopefully a few more people join us. Let's warm up. Let's make it a cold day warm up. Hi, Judy. Um, and let's have fun most of all. Stay warm, be safe. And I'll check in with you in a little bit. Right. So it's a little chilly in my room today. Let me turn the ring light on. That helps. 1 second. Make sure you can see me. I have white socks on today. Let's see. That's good. I'm going to keep my jacket on until I warm up a little bit. The room's a little chilly. And most of all, let's have fun and move. Most important thing. So stand up nice and tall. And tilt your head to one side, bring your chin up. Sorry, let's start that again. Tilt your head down and bring your chin up. Move it from side to side. And then have your head upright and move left to right. Nice and gentle. And shoulder rolls, bringing your shoulders up towards your ears and rolling them back. And arm circles, nice deep arm circles. If you need to modify because you have pain or discomfort in your shoulder, keep it down here and switch direction. And swing your arms around your body, get some movement in your torso. And let's do some hip circles. So 5 in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to do hip hinges to the back. So hinge your hips back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're going to do heel taps to the front, pressing your heels out. And then we're going to switch this to kickbacks. Bring in your heels towards your glutes, row in your arms. And then we're going to do skaters, one leg behind the other on a diagonal. These are squeaky today. I've been wearing these heavy boots, so these are the ones that I keep here at the Dodge in my locker, and they're a little squeaky. So have both feet together and step to the front on a diagonal. And step together and step out to the side. And moving your arms out as you do that. And let's do calf raises. So if you hold onto your chair, counter, wall, we're just going to roll up on our toes for 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're just gonna monitor that. I think you've done enough now. Take this out. Your arms moving. And then we're gonna make these marks a little bit higher, bringing your knees up higher, opposite hand to knee. A little bit of coordination comes into play later on in our warm up. And I want to add a little bit of mobility today. It's important for me and it's important for I'm just going to add a little bit. So I'm going to hold on lightly to my and I'm going to bring my knees up and out and roll it up. Roll it around. We're not going to do a lot. And then switch directions. I'm not even counting them. Do this other side. Just bring your knee up, out, roll it around, and switch direction. Before we do our posture check, let's do our cervical spine work. So standing up nice and tall, shoulders pointed forward. Just give yourself a little bit of a double chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let's do our posture check. So standing up nice and tall, feet about hip distance apart. I'm like pulling you up, one hand behind your head, the other on your chin. Push your chin back. Your chin is parallel into the hand that's in the back, so your head is on top of your shoulder. Your ear over your shoulder, shoulder over your hip, hip over your knee, knee over your ankles. Belly button pull towards your spine, slight hip tilt forward, shoulder blades relax and shoulder blades pointing towards your pocket. I mean, I've said this in person to my clients in my class, my posture check is sort of general. A lot of people have a lot of different imbalances in their hips and their knees and their shoulders and their spine. So I'm not trying to get everyone perfect. I'm just trying to get everyone to think about what their posture should be, especially standing up tall and trying to look ahead, not slumping. There are some people who have lordosis or kyphosis where they're round in their back or, kind of a swaying head. And those are things that I can't really fix, but I just want everyone to be aware of what a general posture. I'm trying to just be very general, right to the center of everyone. So let's sit, and we're going to do, so as I say every week, sitting, we're still cognizant of our postures, trying to sit up tall, even though I'm leaning against the back of the chair. So feet up, and we're going to point and flex for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and circle out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and the opposite direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So let's do our sit to stand. In the past couple of weeks, so many people have told me talk to me about sit to stand. I know that I've seen sit to stand in the New York Times a lot, and it's probably the most basic exercise you can do. And it's a very important exercise because we do this all the time. And if this is difficult for you, we continue to work at it. So remember, look where your feet are, at least shoulder width apart. The wider your feet are, the better base of support you have. You can push your feet back, depending on your knees or hips or whatever. You can push off the chair. Use your arms up and down to make it hard. You can take your arms out or straight ahead. Using your arms that do help a great deal. So find a focal point so that you're not folded over as you stand and as you sit. So keep your head up. We're going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And today I think we're going to do push-ups. We haven't done that before. And we're going to do our push-ups first. Against the wall. If you want to challenge yourself and you have a kitchen counter that's about this high, you can do it there. Just make sure that when you're doing it, your head is not up by the counter like this. You're still doing it with your chest coming towards the counter. So your arms are out here. Nice plank position. You're going to do 15, 3 major exercises that work your major muscle groups. We do 15 reps. And nice plank. Look where your hands are. If they're up by your head, your hands are too high. Belly button pulled in. Nice straight body. And 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I've actually 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And we're going to do squats. And I'm going to do a box squat today. We've done them off and on for the past few weeks. The reason why I'm doing them, over the weekend during the snowstorm, I trained my husband at home, and he's pretty fit and understands exercise pretty well and works out all the time. And I see him and he looks well, but at home his squats were awful. And I realized he couldn't see what he was doing. So basically, he was squatting like this. And that's what sometimes people do if they can't see themselves. When you can see yourself or you understand it, you're squatting back and keeping your torso up. So when I got him to do a box squat, which is similar to a sit to stand, he was able to correct that. So this is the difference between this is that we're not staying, we're not really sitting, we're just touching or aiming for the chair. So we're going to stand 1, push through your heels, 2, 3, 4, push through your heels, contract your glutes, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And if you notice, it kept my torso even straighter than it does doing a squat. So it's when you're sitting, unless there's something really wrong, you're not sitting like this. You're sitting like this. So it's a good way to correct your squats. So we're going to go right back into our push-ups. 15, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, keep your elbows down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do one more set of our box squats. So if you feel comfortable doing this without touching or aiming towards the chair, go ahead. So, I don't know if you can hear the squeak, but I'm totally squeaking today. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Push through your heels, contract your glutes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not really sitting. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And stay standing. I'm gonna get my headphones. I forgot to put them on because the Zumba class is gonna start. If I don't have headphones on, it takes my attention away. So we're gonna do bent over rows. Actually, let's start with leg extensions. Let's give our upper body a rest from holding the weights. So you're sitting towards the end of the chair, holding, keeping the ball, sofa cushion yoga block, some pressure on it. Pick your one foot up, flex it, and extend all the way out. 1, we're going to do 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And pick your foot up, and we're going to do 10 more. 10, keep that flexion, extend as straight as you can. 3, and your straight may be different from someone else's straight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to do our bent over rows. So grab your weights. This is also 15 because we're working our back muscles. That's a major area to work. Bent at the knees, bent at the hip. Your head is in line with your spine. Your spine is neutral, no rounding or arching your back, keeping it nice and neutral, and your belly button pulled in. And elbows straight up, squeeze together. Keep your elbows close to your body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And last set of leg extensions. Just sitting up nice and tall, bring one foot up, flex that foot and extend out as straight as you can. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch to the other leg. Bring your leg up and extend out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now I'm actually too warm in this room. And we're doing our last set of bent over rows. Bent at the knee, bent hips, neutral spine. 1, squeeze those shoulder blades together. 2, don't speed this up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's take our first break. I need to mop down a little bit. And let's check it. See if I have any messages. Hi, Julian. Hello, everyone. Hi, Nora. So, we've done our three major muscle groups, three areas, our chest, our lower body, and our back. So now everything is 10 reps. And we have worked our quads. Now we're going to work our glutes and hamstrings. So let me just start. Last week we did use the weights and we're going to use it again. But just let's do a couple of sets as a reminder of our good morning. So stand and hold in the back of the chair. You're nice and tall. Your knees don't move. They're going to bend, but they're going to bend because you're hinging your hips back. And you notice my hips go straight back. I'm not going down like you would do in a squat. So you're holding on. You're looking straight over your chair, hinging your hips back. Your elbows bend. You're not quite at 90 degrees. And you're going to push through your heels and contract your glutes all the way up. So you could continue to use a chair if you're not comfortable with it. Keep your core engaged. To do it without the chair, I'm going to hold the weights in front of me like I do with the goblet squat. I'm just holding them right at my chest. This adds resistance. On my feet, shoulder width, you could go a little bit wider if you want to. Standing up nice and tall, hinging my hips back, going forward, pushing through my heels and contracting my glutes all the way up. That's 1. 2, keep your core engaged. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to go right into our tandem stance and shoulders. So you could use a TheraBand if you have it. You could use your weights. You could do external rotations. Notice that my elbows don't leave my body when I do this. Or you could do lateral raises. Do not go higher than your shoulders, about here. And if the weight is too heavy, you could bend your elbows even more. So since my back leg, my knee doesn't have the support of my right knee, I'm going to do heel in the arch of my other foot. You could just offset it a little bit or give yourself some room between your heel and your toe. So I'm going to start off with external rotations, 10 of these. 10, 9, 8, keep your arms at 90 degrees. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to bend your knee and keep your, I'm sorry, I was right back into bent over rows. We're doing good morning. So the weight is at your chest if you're using it, or you could use a chair. Stand up nice and tall, hinge your hips back and come down, not quite to 90 degrees. Push through your heels and contract your glutes all the way up. A nice contraction that really gets your hamstrings and your glutes working. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to do lateral raise. I'm going to do lateral raises. Do the one that you want, lateral or external rotation. And I'm going to switch legs. 1, I could do heel to toe for this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now we are moving on to calf raises and bicep curls and slow marches. So I'm holding on lightly for stability. And I'm going to roll up on my toes and lower very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So bicep curls. So we're working our biceps, very important upper body group to work. It's important to work everything, but I try to bring in the balance element and the coordination. So we're going to work nice and slow, opposite hand and knee. I'm going to start with my right hand, my left knee. I want you to do this nice and slow, keeping your elbows next to you. This is the same thing I see in my class where we don't have a mirror, that people are doing all kinds of things with their bicep curls. So if you keep your elbows locked at your side, you're not going to do that and put pressure on your shoulders, and you focus on your biceps. I want you to do this nice and slow with a lot of control. Try not to walk around. Try to stay in one place. That shows control and it shows good core strength. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And our last set of calf raises. So rolling up on your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our last set of biceps, starting with my left arm, right knee. 1, lots of control. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to move on. We'll take a break after this next round of exercise. We're going to do toe raises, working on our shins, our anterior tibialis muscle group that helps us pick up our toes. So we're going to do 10 nice and slow. Start rolling up on your heels, bringing your toes up and rolling down. 2. You may notice one foot comes up higher than the other. 3. That's something you could work on. 4, by doing more of these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to do tricep kickbacks today. Maybe next week we'll change that. You're going to bend at the knee, bend at the hip, bring your arms up. So you notice my arms are going to stay here. I'm not going to bring them out here. My elbow is higher than my back. And I'm going to keep my elbow still so my arms never move around and extend all the way out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rolling up on your heels again. Last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And last set of leg extension. I'm sorry, not leg extension. Tricep extensions. Bend at the heel, bend at the hip. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I'm going to put my weights away for now. And I'm going to get some water. You can too. Keep moving. Don't sit down while we're moving. Your heart rate should be up a little bit. Mine is. And don't want you to sit down and let it just drop all the way down. We're going to do one set of seated hip work. So you're getting internal rotation for your groin and you're getting hip work for your medial glute. You're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to do 15 per side. You're sitting towards the end of the chair. Excuse me. So your legs are off. Most of your thigh is off the chair, but you're sitting up tall. I'm holding on to the back, but I'm not going to hike up my shoulder. And it's not a big movement. So your hips should not really be moving a lot. And you want to imagine that the work is coming from your hip. So keep pressuring the ball and just out. Notice it's not a big movement. I'm not touching down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And it may feel different on each side. So let's see what this side feels for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we're done with that. I have one new exercise, but first I want to do our clock first, and then we'll do that one. It's newish. We've done parts of it, but I'm adding something a little bit more challenging to it today. I'll get to it in a sec. So remember, your clock is a nice big clock. You're in the center, 12 in front, 6 in the back, 3 on the right, 9 on the left. 12 through 6 is right leg, 6 through 12, left leg. Whichever number I call, I want you to take a big step to it. So you're really challenging yourself and then step back. So 2, I'll sprint a little bit. 12 and 6 are neutral, so any leg. So 12, 8, 3, chairs in the way, 7, 11, and 6. So we're going to do one more where we step both feet out and then you step back in. So 9, 1, 6, 10, and 2. All right. So the new thing that I have, we've done many a tandem stance. So next to a wall or counter, or use your chair, we're going to challenge our balance a lot. So I'm going to do heel in the arch of my other foot with my left foot in the back, because this knee it's problematic, and putting a lot of pressure on it with my leg in the back is too much. So what we're going to do, 2 options. If you feel uncomfortable, you're just moving slightly. But if you want to really challenge your balance in this position, also if the tandem stance doing this, just give yourself a little smaller base of support. If you really want to challenge yourself, you could really move from side to side. And you'll see that depending on which foot is in front, it may be easier or harder on one side or the other. So we're really challenging your balance, just moving as far out as it's comfortable for you. Remember, you don't have to go so far if this is hard, but if you could really get out there, that's great. We're not going to do a lot because we're going to switch legs right now. So this one I can do heel toe, and see, I need to hold on there. I had a bigger base of support with the heel and the arch of the other foot, so it was easier on the other side for me, but I'm still working at it. And let's do a couple more. All right. So that's something fun and new. Let's do our walk where we turn our heads side to side nice and slow. I want to go back here so I don't disappear. And next to a wall, just moving nice and slow. I don't feel that discomfort anymore. Hopefully you don't either, but it's great to just remember to keep doing this every once in a while. And we're going to do our core work now. The first thing I'm going to do, similar to our bicep curls, we're going to do a 30-second farmer's carry, stationary farmer's carry. So you're holding on nice and tight to your weights because that helps with grip strength and forearm strength. And same thing, we're not going to travel. We're going to stay nice and still. You get the heavier the weight is, the harder this is, but you get more work. You almost get a full body work. So we're going to do 30 seconds and we're going to start now. Try not to travel and try to step down nice and slow. So that's where the core work comes in, is being able to control your steps. And we have 10 more seconds. Almost there. And that's good. So we're going to sit and put the ball between our knees, 10 reps. Every time you take a breath, you're going to push in and pull your stomach in, pull your belly button in, and release. Sitting up tall, letting your arms hang. Make sure you're breathing. So inhale and exhale, push in. I don't know if I have the directions right. 2, working a lot of your lower abs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And this time we're going to go all the way back as far as we can go. Keeping pressure on the ball, your hips stay still. So you are moving at your waist for this one, alternating from side to side to side. Go to your range of motion. And if anything hurts, stop or lessen your range of motion. So 1, your head follows your hand back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then overhead. And also, if this is too much on your shoulders, you could do the lateral movement or just maybe bring your arms up as far as you could go, looking up at your hand. So 1, you know your body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now put the ball behind you. This one sideways. We're going to do 1 set of rolling forward and rolling back. So sit up nice and tall, have nice pressure on the ball. Have your arms across your chest or below. Your head moves it to your spine and your core is really engaged. So we're just going to roll back a little bit and roll forward from the bottom of your shoulder blades, not your waist. 2, keeping your belly button really pulled in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're going to do one more. Just, we've done a lot of knee lifts, but let's just do 10 reps of a seated dead bug. So arms straight out, one arm by your ear, and pull your knee up and switch. Nice and slow, keeping your belly button pulled in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to do our single leg stance. I'm going to start on my right knee, my good knee, standing up tall, using a focal point, using your arms however you want to maintain that stance. And we're going to do a 10 count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And this side, I'm going to do a kickstand up and down so that I don't put so much pressure on that knee. And 1, do what you can. If you could do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm still getting a lot of work because both feet are not flat on the ground. So let's stretch. Keeping your core engaged, keeping everything engaged. Don't lose all the work that we just did. I don't know if you notice if you're walking out in the snow and you're very careful and cognizant of everything around you, that you're using a lot of core work to keep yourself from slipping and falling all over. That's how it feels to me anyway. So let's stretch our hamstrings and our calf, legs straight out, foot flex. If you can reach your toe, pull it towards your face. And switch legs. We're taking several deep breaths with every hold. And sit up. You could either cross your leg up, if you're sitting up nice and tall. This is not a spinal twist. Or you can bring your knee up to the center of your chest. You're still sitting up tall. You're not slouching. And pulling your knee towards the opposite shoulder for a nice stretch along your side of your hip. If you feel like you're slouching, do the other one, because that's important, not to slouch. And push, this is figure four, push gently on the inside of your knee and lean forward. And switch over either across, pulling on the outside of your leg, or pulling your knee up, sitting up tall, and pulling your knee towards the opposite shoulder. And figure four. And legs nice and wide, leaning forward, still keep that neutral spine. You're not rounding, you're just leaning forward and gently stretching your lower back. Now shift your torso and both hands over to one foot. So your stretch is on the side. And over to the other side. And I'm going to do a hip flexor stretch. So I'm crossing my leg over the edge of the seat. I'm still sitting securely. I'm holding on to the back of the chair. Sitting up tall, core engaged. I'm tilting this hip under to get a stretch in the front of my hip down into my quads. And switching over to the other side. And then we're going to stand up and do my favorite stretch. Hands on the seat of the chair. See, I start with my feet under my hips, and then I just push back for a posterior stretch. My legs are straight, but my knees are not locked out. So I get a nice stretch all the way down my glutes to my ankles and my back and my arms. Roll up, arms out to the back, stretching your chest and your shoulders, or you could grab your arms and pull straight out. Grab your hands, move your head side to side, and shoulder rolls, arm circles. And thank you guys for coming today. Stay safe and hi from Florida. Stay safe and be careful out there. And I will see you all next week. Take care.